Hey YouTube, finally, after a lot of walking and the most recent Go Rocket event, I'm able to finally use my Shadow MAWILE. I want to use it for a while. I want to use it with Fire Fang, but it is better with Fairy Wind in this meta. So I use Fairy Wind, play rough Iron Head. So it's got a lot of play because there's like a lot of flyers and there's a lot of like Sableyes. So it's a nice hand of Sableye because of that. I was like, I don't have anything to throw to steal, so I need to throw it with Medicham as like that. And then like, okay, what's a third? I could do like, I don't want to just use like Sableye or anything. So I decided to use Zangoose and run this as like a sort of quasi ABB style team because even though you're half fairy with MAWILE, you're half steel, and like the counters add up very quickly on you because you're shadow. So I used Zangoose to try and draw out a fighter first. So let's get into the battles. So matchup against Zangoose, this is obviously a great lead. So so out comes Swalot. So I come in here because I saw poison and I'm like, well, I can't come in with a fairy to poison. But then I'm like, oh, but I'm still gonna, Zangoose is just so glassy that like I'm not in a good spot here. And I'm like, well, that doesn't do enough, and I'm only getting one more up off, so let's just go close combat, and this won't take it out either. So I'm like, okay, that's not good. So I'm like, okay, I guess we'll have to come in with Medicham, and let's just kind of power punch and start ramping up because I don't know what's in the back yet. And they shield, and I was like, why are they shielding? So I'm like, I'll just shield back. They want to get a Sludge off, which I'll just match shields because that's not going to do, that would still do okay. Now comes Deoxys. So I expected them to want to keep switch for like this reason because Deoxys is a pretty good answer. But it's not an amazing answer when I've already got one power punch because now I can just spam these ice punches. And if they have Rock Slide, it's resisted. If they have Thunderbolt, it's going to take a Thunderbolt plus a Psycho Boost to take me out. And at this point, like, look how much damage is done here. Is this one where MAWILE doesn't even... Yeah, so it's Rock Slide, so it's resisted. I think yeah, but they can't really come. Now they're going to go Psycho Boost, but the problem is they can't really come. And that's why I know they're going to go Psycho Boost now. But at this point, I'm like, Zangoose is going to have a really, really rough time against this ramped up Pokemon. So you're not really going to see MAWILE here, but don't worry, there are a couple showcases of MAWILE coming up. Right now, this is just Medicham and Zangoose, mostly Medicham, taking it down. So you get taken out here. But even these Fairy Winds, like that's the one thing I noticed. You're going to see Zangoose is pretty glossy. But even though Fairy Wind is mostly just like a energy generating type move, it actually like chips significantly. So Altaria lead here. I may stay in and throw an Ice Punch and then get out. Or I may throw 2 Ice Punches and shield one thing and then get out. I know I eventually need to get out, but I know these Ice Punch are going to chip. Maybe I'll try and catch. Yeah, I'm going to try and catch a MAWILE. And here we go. They try and punch me with the Sableye. But now, so this was a mistake because Sableye is going to shield up anything. Next time, just throw the Iron Head, even though Play Rough would one-shot. Sableyes are going to shield up anything. Foul Play is resisted because you're half fairy. But as you're going to see here, very glassy. Almost takes me out. And I do get to another Iron Head. So this Iron Head would have probably taken it out. So I just grabbed 2 shields from Sableye. And this is why I actually ran Zangoose too, because Shadow Claws are resisted here. Foul Plays will hurt, and Foul Plays take you to like the yellow because you are so glassy. But you also hit like a truck, right? So this Shadow Claw Night Slash, I think it's probably going to take this out. Yeah, so it takes it out. And now I got a shield advantage. So I took 2 shields from Sableye with my MAWILE. I took out Sableye. I'm going to take out this with Night Slash. And now I can close combat this. So Zangoose, not too bad either in this meta. This is a tough lead. Zangoose come and safe swap here. And this is where this team just outbulks me. So here's the problem with running MAWILE and Zangoose in the back. Like Medicham has bulk for sure. These two do not have bulk. And like a resisted Foul Play to MAWILE did like 60%, and a resisted and a neutral Foul Play to Zangoose does like 90%. Like it's 80%. It's insane how glassy these Pokemon are. And I just didn't count because I don't know how, so I have to shield this up. So I'm going to lose this matchup. So if you're going to use this team, although Zangoose and Mawile are fun to run, I would not run them together. I would run probably like a safe swap that has bulk in Zangoose's spot. Now, what's a safe swap bulk? The problem is you can't really run Sableye here because you're double weak to Fairy. And as you're going to see in my video tomorrow and already in the thing, Gardevoir is everywhere right now. Mawile's a pretty good answer to it. You get you can grab 2 shields, I think, before they take you out, but like shadow on shadow, those charms, resisted or not, take you down a lot. I'm wondering if there's a battle in this here that will showcase that. But there's a lot of things that can't hit steel great, but the problem is like 2 resisted ice punches non-stab from a Dusclops, which is defense heavy, took me out. And now I'm just going to get Poltergeist, whatever how you pronounce it. I'm going down here. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, so not much I could do on that team. Lost lead, lost switch, didn't count properly. So good lead here. They're going to come in Sableye, and I'm immediately going to come here. Again, I know it's probably a loss. Well, it's a loss if they want to double shield. It's not a loss if they're going to just single shield. And this is why I'm like, okay, Iron Head is the play here, because Iron Head's pretty much going to take you out anyways. So if they want to, they can like double shield again and farm down, which I think they may do. Or they throw here. So I'm going to force it back. So it's smart throw because they're also just a farm down. But I'm going to grab a second one here, or I'm going to take it out. So we'll see what happens. They have a Registeel in the front, so I expect them to shield. Yeah. But now I'm going to come Zangoose. And either... Do I let this foul play go? No. I was about to say, I've played this matchup before, and you are like deep red taking a foul play here. It's pathetic. And I'm like, can I farm down here? I cannot. I'm going to be in the red. I'm going to barely... Yeah, so you like deep red. So you survive. Out comes the Reggie. Let's just close combat this. And then I will get out into my Metachamp. And that Metachamp is going to have to deal with whatever in the back here. And it's an Altaria. And this is why you run Ice Punch on Metachamp in this league with Altarias everywhere. Is to do this Ice Punch back to back here to take this out before I am taken out from them. Sky Attack will not take me out. Metachamp is very bulky. It is a Best Buddy level 51 Pokemon. So I will survive. And then Ice Punch us and counter / Power Punch. Down, yes. Before they take me out. Yep, they had to lock on down, and that is not happening. So yeah, Mawile is fun. Like it's really glassy, but it has like decent matchup against Sableye. Bad lead here, so I'll probably go Zangoose. I'm just throwing this right away to do chip damage and to burn the switch clock a little bit. Obviously, it does not take them out. One foul play again won't take me out, but it's going to put me very, very low. So I shield that up. They may have back-to-back here, and it's a Pelipper. And Pelipper's not great for this team either. I will get a couple Night Slashes off here probably. I can survive one Weather Ball, but as you're going to see, like, I'm in the green. And now I'm like 1 HP. Zangoose is so glassy. Oh my goodness. It is very attack-heavy Pokemon. If you also just want to use Zangoose instead of Mawile, like, just make sure you have a second bulky Pokemon in the front. Because you're just brutal. Just that was a Weather Ball from a Pelipper that almost took one-shot me from the green. Like, that's pathetic. So I know that's coming back in. Dusclops. So the problem is, like, I know Ice Punches are resisted, but are going to add up. If they go for Poltergeist, that's going to one-shot me. And I so smartly do that, and now I got to build up a bunch here. Thing is, like, I tried using Dusclops. Am I using it on a team? No, I think I got rid of it because I tried using it in this meta, and it's just like that move takes so long to get to. As you just saw here, this is my third Iron Head to take this out before they got to a second one. And now I'm going to ramp up here, and they are going to have to... Oh, I tried to catch, and I did catch properly. But I think the Foul Play doesn't take me out, and they farm me down anyways, so I lose. And I can't even get a move off, so it's just a perfect farm down. They're 1 HP. Cannot take them out before they take me out. So, tough matchup there, but did all right. And then Metachamp lead. You're weak to fight on the back, so I think at this point I just have to stay in this matchup. There's not really much else I can do. You want your back to avoid fighters because Zangoose is weak to fighting and it's neutral on MAWILE and just so glassy that you just have to stay in this and then hope they don't have a second fighter in the back. I did see this. Is this one of them? Like I saw Metachamp front. What was the front? Metachamp Vigoroth or Deoxys something. Yeah, it was like a double fighter team. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think was it in this one? I played so many matches already. So I guess because I got a best buddy here, I survive with like 1 HP and I do take them out. So I will win switch here, which is great. So 1 HP win. Out comes Delcatty. Anyways, it is running Charm. So I'm coming in with my Steel. This could be a double Charm team. I do remember this team. It is a double Charm team. So I'm going to shield this up because I expect the Shadow Guard in the back. And it's a Wild Charge. And here it is. And I will come Zangoose right away because these Shadow Claws are definitely going to chip. Grab a shield here. I'll get one more claw before the Charm hits me. So look how low that takes it. And then just going straight Fairy Wind takes that out, which is insane. And now I'll almost have 2 Iron Heads to take out this. So a nice answer to the Charm users here. Yeah, a great answer to the Charm users. Shadow MAWILE. Resisting the Charms. So that is the team. Fun Pokemon to use. Like I said, you have nothing to throw at like Registeel. Play Rough and Iron Hand is resisted, so there's that. You're super glassy, so you need a bulky Pokemon. So Metachamp is just an obvious bulk and deals with the steals. Zangoose is just more fun to use. You could use any third other Pokemon. Just try and make it a bit bulkier. It would be my suggestion. Anyways, that is it. Shadow Guard team tomorrow. And then I'm working on one for Monday. Sunny Cast Form. Sneaky. Pelipper and Swamperts are there, which makes it tough. But outside of those, there's a lot of like Registeels. It does well against, it does okay against Metachamp. It does okay against like it's bulky enough and spammy enough that it does well against like most of the meta just in neutral situations. So that'll probably come Monday. And then maybe sometime this weekend. I'm filming this on Friday, obviously because it's going up Saturday. Sometime this weekend, I'm going to try to do some Megas battles. But I think at that time, Primals are going to be out. So I think my meta teams are going to have some trouble. But we'll see. Just for fun anyways. Just to showcase those like on Tuesday. And then I will drop the news of the new season whenever it drops. I know the Pokemoners have already dug up a bunch of cups. There's like 3 or 4 new cups that have been leaked already. The 3 and 4 cups have like, they're not single typing cups, but they're like 3 typing cups, 3 or 4 typings. So it's not great, but it's not bad. So well, it's better than the single typing, right? So it has at least a little more, but yeah, it's not super like creative or anything. So, but I will cover that when it is released. So check that out. And that is it. So I appreciate you guys watching and I have a good weekend. Good luck if you're doing the Hoenn Cup, the Hoenn whatever this weekend. And I will see you guys in the next one.